2.3 million people are confined in state prison, federal prison, or local jail. Those 2.3 million will come back into society and have to live with us. Live with us with less opportunities, live with us with less rights, and live with us with basically less than a civilian. The restrictions placed on felons after their release from prison can be the foundation for further jeopardy, said Alan Ellis in Federal Felon Conviction, Collateral Civil Duties. It's really sad because these people will go and, they'll do their crime, mess up, pay their debt to society, and come back with less than. And now what happens is that one, they're not able to get a job. Two, they're not able to vote. Three, can't go to college. End up homeless or end up right back in jail in that 360 circle. It doesn't make sense to me because the recidivism rate, which is the rate of previously convicted felons being re-imprisoned, is 49.3% following a study conducted by the United States Sentencing Commission that followed prisoners for only 8 years who were released in 2005. And plus, that number under 21 was 61%. It's just so crazy because it seems as if they do their crime, they're coming back trying to be with us as a normal citizen, and now it's just making it extremely difficult for them to be able to do the things that qualify them as a functioning member of our society. Well, first of all, they can't vote, and it's hard for them to find somewhere to work. In fact, only about half of formerly incarcerated people find employment within a year of release, said civilrights.org. And it's end up working in construction or manual labor in maintenance or in factories. Their median hourly wage is probably about $8 an hour, which is the normal wage. But it's like if you need to be fending for your family and you're not able to do so, what are you going to do? You're going to go back to what you know, which is either getting back in the streets, back to doing whatever you were doing before that was making you money at the first time. In Drain and Canaan Limits of Citizenship, they state that most states impose restrictions and prohibit the hiring of ex-prisoners in fields such as law, education, real estate, nursing, or medicine. Other states will prohibit you from handling money, such as being like a cashier or working as a bank teller. Can't do security jobs. And then 6 states permanently ban ex-prisoners from holding any sort of public employment. And also, if they do get hired, they don't make as much as the skills that they have. So it just makes everything so much more difficult for them. They can't go to college, as there is no constitutional right to higher education, only a right to equal opportunity. To me, it's not really a right to equal opportunity if they don't have the same opportunities that we have. Universities can determine who they want to go to teach or attend their school due to the 4 academic freedoms of colleges and universities. Freedom to determine who you shall teach, who shall be taught, and how it shall be taught, as well as who shall be taught, as long as it's in their standards are reasonable and fair. And depending on what your criminal record is, that could pretty much do it. So my solution to all this is that most of the power of the rights of citizens after serving their conviction is in the hands of state, unless they committed a federal felony, which are codified by federal government, to Ellis and Federal Felony Conviction. So the rights that you have when you leave prison is solely based on the land that you step out onto after your release. Some states hinder your rights are based on time, and so like for 5 or 3 years you won't be able to do certain things, or it can be reversed due to a pardon, executive, or judicial order, as long as the person proves they are rehabilitated. It should be a decision of the federal government and not the state. The whole state-by-state thing just confuses things and makes things a lot more difficult, whereas if the federal government just kind of sets something out, it'll make things the transition a lot easier. States like Arizona, you lose the right to serve on jury, hold a public office, and own a firearm. But first-time offenders will have their rights automatically restored after serving their sentence. In Vermont, they lose their right to serve on jury, but that right can be restored by pardon. And then just what we can do is that Kansas City even has different programs set up to help you get back into the work field, as well as just follow other programs such as Uber, fast and friendly stores, and a quick jobsforfelons.com search of over 100 jobs in KC. That will give people the opportunity to assimilate with ease. Reinsurance programs like Second Chance KC Like reentry programs are designed to assist individuals with a successful transition into their community after the year release, specifically posting incarceration. Reentry efforts focus on assisting in job placement, facilitating access to crime-free and stable housing, and providing other support services. And so that was directly from their website. The main purpose is to make communities safer. And so you have different programs in New York and New Jersey. New York and New Jersey had their reentry program in 2008, which reduced the recidivism rate by 60%. So these things work. It's just we have to make the opportunity and like at least give these people a chance. Just because they make a mistake or make several mistakes does not mean that they're going to. It doesn't mean that we have to be able to hinder them to where they keep falling. And so at the end of the day, felons are people who just want the same as us, to be able to walk their own walk, take care of themselves and their family, and sleep in their own bed and utilize the rights granted to them. It's hard for them to be able to do this when there are restrictions in regards to the selection of their career, schooling, housing. Breaking down the cliche of former convicts only having one goal, remain a criminal, and understanding that the majority of these felons committed nonviolent crimes that stem from prehistoric mindset of what? Take care of your family, make sure you guys eat, make sure you guys have a place to sleep. And the federal, in the fact that it's all granted towards the state and not the federal, just a lot of the mix and match, and depending on where you're at, it shouldn't be a factor. There's really any research that shows a correlation between a criminal record and the propensity to commit crimes at the workplace, the civilrights.org. And it's just hard to expect someone to come back into society with less than what they started with and expect them to be more than what they were before. So just give it a thought. I think that when they come out, they'll serve their debt to society. Yes, there are some restrictions that you should probably put on it just in case they are a violent person and reoffender, but at least give them a chance. Thank you.